All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, so we're going to talk about Stevie Nicks because she's kind of in the news and she explains a few things about recent concert cancellations, but doesn't go into too much detail. Um, it's the news media, folks. It's news by omission. Everyone's doing it. News by omission. Brought to you by Pfizer. Before I go to news by omission, here's Care of Night and their album Reconnected. This came out last year. I didn't really give this enough attention when it came out, so I am plugging it again. I do that every once in a while. I've got a whole bunch of albums and then I promote them and then I don't promote them. And so I need to go back sometimes and talk about it. But this is some good stuff. Very melodic, very 80s, a little bit of alternative, I would say, in this, which makes it a bit more interesting and unique compared to a lot of the melodic rock coming out these days. Big choruses, big hooks, a very distinctive lead singer. And there you have it, Care of Night. I believe they're from Sweden. I always say that. Tastes like chicken, sounds like Toto, probably from Sweden. If not Sweden, then like Norway, somewhere like that. So check out Care of Night. I think you're going to like it. If not, it's okay. You just listen to it and you move on. So Stevie Nicks explains the mysterious emergency that caused a last minute show cancellation, actually, a couple of them. So here's what she does explain here. She says, I don't know what happened. I just got this weird infection and it just went crazy. That's it. That's the whole explanation. Now, her story, which you probably won't have this experience in your life, what she's going to talk about, the places and the people and the situation itself is a little bit kind of special. Just, it's something that would only happen with Stevie Nicks, very unique to her life. Okay. So Stevie explained that she had been staying at a castle, an actual castle. Okay. And that was before the first date of her tour, but had to make an emergency trip to a nearby hospital. Keep in mind, she's telling this story to her audience, many of whom have, paid a few $100s probably to go see the show, but probably weren't staying at a castle prior to her show, right? That's probably a safe bet. Anyway, I'm just having a little fun with this because it's pretty unique. She says here, I finally just looked at my assistant. It was 2 a.m. and said, I think we need to go to emergency, meaning the emergency room. She looked at me, her assistant, and I just said, I'm not kidding. I think we need to go to the hospital. And so our butler, Jeeves, no, I just made the name up. Benson, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not Benson. And so our butler, this wonderful man, throws us in his BMW sedan. Oh, the accommodations are just so bad. They're just not up to snuff. The BMW sedan. And off we sped through the night to a hospital. So, yeah, that's the story. Earlier, Nicks also had to cancel concerts in Glasgow and Manchester after injuring her leg. Now, there was no explanation as to why the leg was injured. That's another part of this story that, again, news by omission, folks. This is a new thing. I'm just going to put it out there. Everyone today is doing news by omission because there's a thing demic that happened and then it went away, but yet it's still out there. And if you use a certain medication, it might make it worse, but it's supposedly it makes it better. And then when you look at actual statistics, it's worse, but no one's going to tell you that. That's called news by omission, right? It's just news by omission. And if you decide to tell the truth a little bit, oh, gee, sorry, you violated our community guidelines and we can't have your video up here. What? Just keep omitting and you'll be fine. So when you see videos that I do, there's plenty of omission going on because I really don't want the channel to go away. I know some people would love for this channel to go away because I don't just talk about straight up music issues. Yesterday, we were talking about Satan. It's always cool to talk about Satan on the show. Um, anyway, her team shows up, announced the cancellations on social media. Stevie Nicks, by the way, is infamous for having multiple assistants and people just doing gopher work for her. Here you go, Miss Nicks. Here's your latte, double latte with an extra shot of whatever. Hope you enjoy it. Someone will be coming along to do the hair and the makeup. Just stand by. Yeah, they're just like you and me, right? These people. So anyway, her team says these performances in Glasgow and Manchester are going to be rescheduled. So hold on to your tickets as those rescheduled dates will be announced soon. By the way, the singer hasn't shared how the leg surgery actually went. But remember, it was an infection and it just went crazy. So they had to get Jeeves and the BMW and they had to get out of the castle and head to the hospital. That's a sentence that most likely you won't say in your lifetime without covering Stevie Nicks. Again, a little bit of news by omission here. We don't know how the surgery went. We don't know what caused the infection, but she'll be back because she has to keep doing this. Why she has to keep doing this, I don't know. I'd prefer a 1982 version of Stevie Nicks before all of the cocaine and Don Henley and all that stuff. Maybe more of like a 1979 version. I don't know. I like Stevie Nicks, but I haven't really gotten into her politics or her love for Ukraine or any of that stuff, or writing poems to Vladimir Putin. I'm not sure how impactful that all was, but she's on the cutting edge. She's always in the news and she always kind of inserts herself into what's happening in the world. That's what they call like self-importance and look at me over here. I understand World War III is about to start, but I need to talk about it. You need to listen to my opinion about it. And then the news media, the omission media, goes out there and just puts out little snippets of what she says as if she's some kind of a geopolitical sage, right? Stevie Nicks. If you're getting your political advice from Stevie Nicks or Dee Snider or Paul Stanley, you're probably getting it. Or Sebastian Bach. He loves to just spout off about things that he really doesn't know anything about, you know, and that's typically what people say. The other day, Tommy Lee said something and everyone's like, dude, play the drums. You're good at drums. That is, if you're actually playing the drums and it's not a drum track, but just play the drums. Talk about other musicians. Talk about sports. But they're obsessed with like Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, and they know so much about that stuff, right? So we should just follow them because they are the best resource when it comes to politics. Anyway, folks, it gives me something to talk about here. Care of Night, Reconnected. Check this out. It's melodic. It's a little pop oriented, a little bit alternative. Again, big choruses. This is like a lot of maple syrup here, and maybe not so much on the pancake side of things. It might be more potatoes and less meat. I don't know. Whatever analogy works for you, but I like it. It's Sugar for Your Ears, Care of Night. My name is Dave. Thanks for putting up with me and watching this. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Patreon is good to support the channel. YouTube memberships, and buy me a coffee, which has been really cool. I get nice messages along with the coffee. So, you know, that'll make my day. You want to buy me some coffee? I had one person buy me 5 coffees. So each video is thoroughly caffeinated. So you can guarantee my awakeness, alertness, however you want it. Not woke, but awake, right? Very different. Thanks for watching. God bless. And please, man, pray for peace and sanity and love and joy and happiness and all those good things that we are so much in need of today. And I will talk to you soon.